I'm probably going to get a whole bunch more people hating me online, unsubscribing, or doing whatever, just going off as a result of this video. But I can't help but make it. I just feel a sense of needing to tell people when I see something that I think is not necessarily dishonest, but is a way of trying to scam you out of money. And that, in my view, is what's happening right now. Hello, my friends, and welcome to the channel. Excuse the voice, the nose. I've caught my boy's sickness. They've passed it on to me. Hopefully, they and I get better soon. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for supporting the channel. It's wonderful to have you, and I hope you've had an amazing week. If you have, awesome. If you haven't, well, I've had a tough week as well. So I feel for you. Now, I want to say there's been a few people reach out and offer me to come and stay with them and, have some time off and things. And to all of you who have messaged me, to almost all of you who have messaged me, there's been a couple of you say some really bizarre things, but to almost all of you who have messaged me, thank you. I really, really appreciate it. So what's going on? Well, I made a video a few days ago showing you what BMW is doing. It's, in my view, a load of bollocks. That's what the Brits use, the phrase that they use to say a load of bullshit. In the US, sorry guys, I'm not really sure what you say there. I mean, I should know considering I watch the NBA and NFL games and I love American sports way more than I do Australian sports, but I don't really know. So let me know in the comment section below, what is the vernacular I should be using when describing a joke, a scam, something that BMW and now Toyota are doing as well. But unfortunately, it's not just Toyota who plans on doing this. Now, Toyota, in fact, is already doing this, but plans on upping the ante when it comes to charging you to use your car. And General Motors plans on doing it as well. But let's have a look first at what Toyota is up to. Now, if you haven't already seen my video about BMW and its heated seats, and there's a few other features that now you have to pay to use when you buy a BMW vehicle, to me, it's like a scam. It's sort of like saying, you know what, it seems cheap now, but after 5 years of you using this, you will have paid 5 times more than what you would have if you had have just bought the feature up front. But it's a joke that you would even have to buy the feature up front. I mean, something like heated seats, heated steering wheel, that comes standard in lots of cars. Standard. So in my view, it's ridiculous you have to pay for that in the first place. Secondly, having it as a subscription-only feature, yeah, not cool. However, Toyota currently already does a similar thing. Now, as you already know, in the US, Toyota does something similar. They charge a monthly fee to use their app, cloud services, in-car Wi-Fi, and other services like GPS. Now, it shocks me that no one even talks about this. Why does no one even mention this? Tesla gets very heavily criticized for saying, okay, you now have to pay for our connected services. Toyota's been doing this and no one's saying a word. Strange to me. Anyhow, Talk News says that most owners of RAV4s are going ahead and spending something like $100 a month just on services and Wi-Fi so they can brag that they can unlock their doors from their iPhone. I don't really see that as a flex. Yeah, I don't either. I mean, however, I can say that if someone told me that they spend $100 a month on unrelated services which you could easily substitute for free, phone navigation and Spotify, then I would look at you like you were some sort of poser who would want to get recognition on a Toyota of all things. Yeah, so, if you're dumb enough to pay for these Toyota subscription services, then, maybe the joke's on you, right? So here the trend is that these companies, these car companies, are now trying to get you into subscribing for things constantly. Toyota's doing it, BMW's doing it, Mercedes does it with some things as well. And realistically, unfortunately, companies like General Motors say that they are going to make billions of dollars doing this. In fact, GM has made it all part of their plans, their 10-year plan. They're saying that by 2030, they're going to make, I don't remember what the exact number was, but it was something like $20 billion on services, such as getting you guys who own their cars to pay to use features. Now, I guess that's the trend. On a brand new iPhone, if you want to use Apple Music, you have to pay, right? Same thing with things like Apple TV, Netflix, Amazon, etc. Now, GM said back in October of 2021, when everyone didn't even seem to notice that this happened, that they aim to build a Netflix-sized subscription business by 2030. General Motors said it expects its in-car subscription services to generate nearly $2 billion in revenue this year, and then it will reach as high as $25 billion US by the end of the decade. $25 billion. Wow. That's an amount the company said will put it in the same league as Netflix, Peloton, and Spotify. Currently, General Motors has around 17 million vehicles on the road in the US and Canada. That's about a quarter of those vehicles, 4.2 million, right now have owners that pay for subscription services already, right now. Alan Wexler, SVP of Innovation and Growth at General Motors, said during a presentation at the company's investor event Wednesday, GM expects that number to grow significantly. It's not going to give people a choice, especially as it gears up to launch its Ultify end-to-end software platform next year that will enable an enhanced subscriptions platform and over-the-air software updates. So if you want to get over-the-air software updates in your new GM car, you've got to pay. That's a smart way to make money. I'm not sure customers are going to be too happy about that when your Tesla over-the-air updates are free. GM's current subscription platform supports services like OnStar, a subsidiary of the company that provides in-vehicle security, emergency services, and navigation. Now, interestingly, GM said its customers' average willingness to select multiple services to pay for on top of car ownership is high. GM conducted a study with several thousand customers, offering them 45 different feature and service options. On average, customers chose a bundle of 25 different products and services. Here's what they said. Our research indicates that with the right mix of compelling offerings, customers are willing to spend $135 US per month on average for products and services. That's a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot more than a Netflix subscription. A lot more. That's like, what, 4 Netflix subscriptions per month. I can't understand why customers would be happy with this. I mean, I wouldn't. There's no way I'd be willing to do this. Would you? Let me know what you think. By 2030, GM predicts 30 million of its vehicles in the US will have connected car technology, leaving it with a serviceable addressable market of $80 billion. Wexler said GM aims to generate an additional incremental revenue of $20 billion to $25 billion, $6 billion of which will be from insurance and the rest from one-time purchases and subscriptions. Aside from OnStar, GM intends to target customers interested in Maps Plus, an in-vehicle app-based navigation solution that was rolled out in April and can be activated with Alexa voice control. GM also sees a big opportunity to earn revenue off of its commercial customers, specifically with its existing service, OnStar Vehicle Insights, that can help both GM and non-General Motors mix fleets with fleet management. Here's what they said about that. Just this service alone meets the needs of a massive market, said Wexler. Hundreds of thousands of connected fleet vehicles with data from millions of trips and hundreds of millions of miles. All of that data provides huge monetization opportunities. We stand apart for the scale of data that we have to work with, and we plan to leverage it. GM plans to use your personal data to make money. That's exactly what they just said right there. I'm personally not cool with that. Wexler teased more details and early KPIs on GM's subscription services, which he said would be the bedrock to a growth opportunity and recurring revenue to the company, with more news coming as soon as tomorrow. This is the future of legacy auto. Toyota, BMW, General Motors make, well, $125 US off you per month. Minimum. That's what they expect to be able to do. Let me know if you're okay with that. Let me know. Really, I'm genuinely quite interested to know if you feel the same as I, because I think this is mental. It's insane. I'm not going to give them $125 a month. I don't care what they say they're going to provide me with. Unless, of course, if the car was fully autonomous. In that case, well, that's a different story. I'd be willing to pay for that.